Have you ever felt the hair on the back of your neck stand up while walking alone in the woods? That feeling when the forest suddenly goes silent, and something is watching you from behind the trees. That is not paranoia. That is instinct. Today, forget the fairy tales. We are facing a reality far more terrifying. A massive species possessing the power to snap a deer's neck with one hand, yet possessing the intelligence to evade cameras like a ghost. We will walk through 13 moments which seems to be realistic about Bigfoot. Watch closely, because what you are about to see might be standing right behind you. Bigfoot, dragging a suspected missing person. Most Bigfoot videos are blurry and shot at night, but this footage at Sequoia National Forest in California is terrifying because of its clarity and brutality in broad daylight. A trail cam, placed high up, captured a reddish-brown Sasquatch moving through the pine forest. Look at the physique of this creature. This is not a bear standing on two legs. It possesses incredibly broad shoulders, a muscular hunched back, and a thick coat of fur covering its entire body. But what chills the viewer to the bone is what it is holding in its right hand, a grown man. The strength of this creature is no joke. It drags the man across the rough terrain with a single hand, casually and effortlessly, as if dragging a trash bag or a rag doll. Its gait remains perfectly upright. It doesn't lean to the side for balance, proving that the victim's 170-pound weight is negligible to it. The man is completely motionless, his legs trailing straight behind him in the dust. Is he dead or simply unconscious from a previous blow? And why is the monster doing this? Bigfoot is usually described as reclusive, avoiding humans. This blatant abduction suggests a darker theory. Perhaps this man was not random prey. Perhaps he was a logger, a poacher, or someone who committed a crime against nature. And the thing dragging him away is not a hungry beast, but the angry spirit of the forest carrying out its own sentence. Bigfoot looking back at Bluff Creek. This is the Zapruder film of the monster world. A legend, an icon. A massive shadow that has loomed over every cryptozoological debate for more than half a century. Look closely at the creature striding under the afternoon sun of 1967. Do not tell me this is a man in a cheap monkey suit. Look at that back. It is flat massive like a fortress wall with muscles rippling rhythmically beneath the reddish-brown fur. That is living biology, the contraction and expansion of flesh, not inanimate rubber. Observe the oversized arms hanging down near the knees, swinging with heavy yet majestic power with every step. And the detail that kills all skepticism, the chest. The mammary glands are clearly visible on the right side, bouncing with her gait. This is not just a monster. This is a female, a matriarch. What hoaxer in the 60s would be sophisticated enough to engineer such complex anatomical details? But the historic moment lies in that immortal backward glance. She doesn't turn her neck. She can't. The massive trapezius muscles have consumed the neck, forcing her to rotate the entire upper torso to look behind. That face holds no ferocity, no bloodlust. Only bewilderment, caution, and a hint of curiosity. That gaze reveals high-level awareness. She looks at us, assesses the threat, ignores it, and walks on into the deep woods. She does not represent fear. She represents the primal wilderness that humanity has lost. It is the look of a homeowner spotting uninvited guests making noise in her garden. Bigfoot versus Goatman. This is the moment cryptozoology never dared to dream of. Deep within the dense, foggy woods of the Ozark Mountains in Missouri, an infrared trail camera captured the historic second a Bigfoot clashed with a Goatman in the dead of night. Observe this brutal sequence unfolding on the cold Ozark forest floor. Initially, the Bigfoot, with its superior muscle mass, establishes immediate dominance. It uses its massive hand to grip the curved horn of the Goatman, forcing the opponent's head down to lock away any escape route. The Goatman's posture is entirely passive. Its knees are buckled muscles, tense but helpless against the overwhelming force of the Forest King. The horror unfolds immediately after. Bigfoot doesn't just pin the opponent, it lifts the Goatman's entire several hundred-pound body into the air using sheer upper body and lat strength. Look at the Goatman's legs, dangling and flailing, completely losing traction in the air. There isn't a single second for the horned creature to react or counterattack. The Bigfoot's speed and power are simply too devastating. Finally, the execution. Bigfoot slams the opponent into the ground with concussive force. The question remains, why this battle in Missouri? Did the Goatman trespass on forbidden territory, sparking an ancient feud, or is this simply a brutal display of dominance? This decisive slam sends a clear message. In these woods, there is only one apex predator, and it certainly isn't the one with horns. Bigfoot walking along the highway in front of police. This footage comes not from an amateur camper, but is hard evidence extracted from a police cruiser dash cam in Jones County, Georgia at 11:41 p.m. Under the glare of headlights and flashing red and blue strobes, a massive shadow looms on the roadside, making the patrol vehicle look pitifully small. Focus on analyzing that extraordinary body structure. The creature's shoulders are so broad and thick that they completely consume the neck, forming a massive, muscular V shape hunching over the back. This is a biological trait typical of great apes, supporting immense upper body strength. Its dark brown fur is dense and absorbs light absolutely, making it look like a moving black hole in the night. Why appear so publicly? It's not just for travel. Bigfoot biology is engineered for darkness, likely possessing a reflective eye layer to see through the night. When humans sleep, these heat-radiating asphalt roads become their private highways to patrol territorial borders. Look at how it walks. Leisurely, with long, steady strides, completely ignoring the police lights behind it. That is not the panic of prey, but the arrogance of an alpha predator. It walks as if to assert to the officer, "This is my curfew, and you are just a guest." Bigfoot chasing reindeer on the snowfield. This footage captures one of the most brutal and realistic predatory scenes of the frozen northern winter. In the middle of a vast white snowfield void of humans, a reindeer is desperately fleeing death. But its pursuer is neither a wolf nor a bear, but a massive black mass standing out starkly against the white background. Focus on analyzing the distinct body structure of this creature. It possesses thick jet black fur to maximize solar heat absorption, a characteristic hunched back and oversized arms that nearly touch the ground. The most shocking detail is its movement. It switches fluidly from running on two legs to bounding on all fours, quadrupedal like a gorilla. This technique helps distribute its massive body weight over the soft snow, preventing it from sinking deep to maintain a terrifying pursuit speed. Why is it so persistent in the chase? Despite the energy cost, winter is the #1 enemy of warm-blooded creatures. To maintain body heat for a massive 600-pound frame in sub-zero temperatures, a Bigfoot requires a massive daily calorie intake. This deer is not just dinner. It is the only fuel that will allow the beast to survive the night. This is not cruelty. It is primal survival instinct in its purest and most terrifying form. Yoey stalking kangaroo in the Australian bush. We leave the freezing snow to enter the harsh heat of Australia. Here, Bigfoot's southern cousin is known as the Yoey. This rare footage is a textbook example of ambush predator tactics. Observe the kangaroo grazing casually. It is completely unaware that just yards away, a massive black mass is staring at the back of its neck. This creature possesses jet black fur and a hulking frame, yet it knows how to utilize the slender eucalyptus trees to conceal its massive bulk. It stands motionless like a rock, patiently waiting for the perfect moment to strike. However, a kangaroo is not easy prey like a deer. With sensitive ears that can rotate 180 degrees, it picked up a faint sound or strange scent from the enemy. Look at the moment it lifts its head muscles, tensing and alert. As soon as the Yoey decides to reveal itself to attack the prey, instantly bounds away to safety. The Yoey is left standing alone in the bush, a rare moment where the apex predator misses its lunch. Nature is fair. The strong do not always win, the fast are the ones who survive. Bigfoot imprisoned in an iron cage in Russia. We are always obsessed with the fear of encountering Bigfoot in the deep woods, but this shocking report from a remote region of Russia exposes a brutal reality where the script is flipped. Here, the king of the forest has been completely stripped of his freedom and thrown into a fortified iron cage specially welded to contain immense power. Observe closely the creature sitting despondently in the shadows. Although it still possesses the thick, dark fur and massive muscle mass of a legend, its body language exudes exhaustion and utter despair. The most haunting moment arrives when it grips the bars and stands up. Its height and physique completely dwarf the man filming outside, making the human look like a fragile midget. Its gaze through the bars holds no predatory aggression, only the tragic sadness of a life prisoner. Is this monster captured for public safety, or is collecting cryptids becoming a new trend, a twisted hobby for the ultra-elite? The image of the mighty wild man, now helpless behind bars, sends a chilling message. Sometimes, when faced with the ambition to possess humans, are the most ruthless monsters of all. Bigfoot blocking a car on the dirt road. Most encounters with wild men occur in the dim twilight, but this footage shatters all rules by capturing a Bigfoot openly during the day on a red dirt road in a southern pine forest. As the car moved forward, a massive, dark figure loomed directly in the middle of the path, walking against traffic with absolutely no intention of yielding. Analyze this creature under the rare sunlight. It towers over the roadside brush, possessing the typical cone head, fused directly onto broad shoulders, completely obscuring the neck. The massive upper body, featuring a barrel chest and a distended gut, indicates a massive digestive system designed to process large amounts of vegetation, starkly different from a human waistline. The true terror lies in its attitude. It does not panic or flee into the brush like a deer or bear upon hearing the engine. It lumbers forward, oversized arms hanging low, deep-set dark eyes staring down the driver with cold indifference. This act of blocking the car is an ultimate display of dominance. On this road, it is the law, and humans are merely intruders who must learn to back down. Bigfoot slips and falls into frozen lake. This footage captures a rare accident that quickly turns into a genuine nightmare in the snowy northern mountains. The camera catches a moment that is remarkably human yet powerful, when a massive creature loses its footing sliding down a steep, snowy bank. Its heavy body plows through the white snow before crashing into the dark, freezing lake below. Instead of panicking, flailing, or freezing to death like a normal animal falling into icy water, the creature calmly stands up in the frigid depths as if nothing happened. This is when we see its true physique most clearly. The water depth, likely over a human's head, only reaches its waist. The thick, dark fur, now wet and matted against its body, reveals massive chest and shoulder muscles, proving the extraordinary cold tolerance of this species. But the most terrifying moment arrives when it realizes it is being watched. It turns sharply, looks directly at the lens, opens its mouth wide, and lets out an earth-shattering roar. That expression is not fear. It is pure rage at being disturbed during a moment of vulnerability. The cameraman didn't dare stay a second longer, fleeing for his life upon realizing he had just provoked a soaking wet and extremely angry monster. The close-up portrait at Sylvanic Valley. We conclude our journey for the truth with the most divisive and controversial image in modern cryptozoology history. In the Sylvanic Valley of Canada, controversial researcher Todd Standing released a close-up portrait so sharp it makes viewers shudder with doubt. Unlike the usual blurry or shaky footage, this image exposes the face of the legendary creature with unbelievable detail. Look directly at this creature to see an anatomical structure that breaks every standard of a wild beast. Its facial skin is charcoal black and smooth, contrasting sharply with the long, thick fur that is surprisingly neatly groomed around its high cheekbones. But the most haunting detail, the one that captivates the viewer, is the eyes. Though set in deep sockets, the irises are incredibly human-like, gleaming with stillness, intelligence, and a deep sadness rather than the aggression of a predator. The absurd perfection of this photo has created two fiercely opposing schools of thought. One side believes this is undeniable proof that Bigfoot is a higher primate with thought and emotion. The other insists it is merely a sophisticated piece of Hollywood animatronics. Whatever the truth, that penetrating gaze poses the final question for humanity. Are we hunting a monster, or are we searching for the lost shadow of our own species? Bigfoot strolling in front of a car in North American woods. This is one of the strangest encounters where the safety boundary between humans and wild beasts is completely blurred. Instead of hiding in the bushes upon hearing the loud engine, this creature chooses to appear openly, strolling leisurely along the edge of the gravel road right next to the moving car. Look at its massive size through the car window to feel the true, overwhelming scale. It towers over the eye level of the passengers, possessing thick, jet-black fur covering its entire body. Its body structure is a masterpiece of nature, with a broad, V-shaped back and sturdy, pillar-like legs walking on two legs, bipedal with skill and grace, completely distinct from the clumsy gait of a bear. What makes us ponder is its strangely calm attitude. Why would a creature possessing master-level evasion intelligence actively approach humans so closely? It shows no fear or aggression. Is it trying to send a silent message? Perhaps it wants to remind us, no matter how much modern technology humans possess in these woods, we are merely small guests passing through the absolute territory of the forest king. Bigfoot blocking off road vehicle at night in the next footage. Imagine driving off-road deep into the forest at midnight, and your headlights suddenly sweep across a living wall. This is not a fallen tree, but a real-life nightmare standing directly in the middle of the trail. Analyze this creature closely as it steps out from the shadows. It possesses a massive physique with absurdly broad shoulders, forming a great inverted V shape that completely dominates the narrow road space. Under the blinding headlights, we clearly see its chest and abdomen are lighter in color, revealing patches of bare skin or thinning hair stretching with the rapid breathing of rage. Its oversized arms hang down by its sides, fists clenched, ready to deliver a devastating blow if the vehicle dares to advance another meter. Its behavior is extremely aggressive and constitutes a direct threat. It shows absolutely no fear of the bright lights or the roaring engine. On the contrary, it stands rooted to the spot, staring down the driver like a guardian of the underworld. The message here is colder and clearer than any words. You have gone too far into the forbidden zone. Turn back immediately or face the consequences. The driver, in sheer panic, was forced to reverse, admitting defeat to the true master of this forest. Two Bigfoots walking together in the deep woods. In the vast majority of reports over the last century, Bigfoot has always been described as a solitary traveler, hiding alone in the shadows to avoid detection. But this extremely rare footage shatters that preconception, capturing a historic moment where two massive creatures are strolling side by side through the deep woods. Observe closely the body language of this duo. There are no signs of fierce territorial disputes or clear submission between an alpha and a subordinate often seen in primates. They move in parallel, shoulder to shoulder, with an incredibly synchronized walking rhythm. The physical distance between them is close, indicating absolute trust and deep social bonding. This image raises a shocking question about the emotional intelligence (EQ) of this species. Is this a mated pair patrolling their home or siblings sharing a hunt? This voluntary companionship behavior requires complex nonverbal communication skills, empathy and shared goals, advanced traits we arrogantly assume only humans possess. Could it be that behind that rugged monster exterior lies a rich inner life and enduring emotional relationships that science has never touched? After witnessing all these moments, the question is no longer, do they exist, but rather, how close are they to us? These creatures are not mindless monsters. They have families, emotions, and most importantly, the intelligence to observe us without being detected. The deep woods are not as empty as you think. They have eyes, and they are looking back at you. Next time you step into the wild, remember, you are not the master of the forest. You are just a guest, and you are not alone. I'm John. See you in the next files.